You work hard and remain relentless in your pursuit of success. You often find yourself caught in a cycle of pressure, struggle, and forced effort. You are conditioned to believe that your worth depends on your achievements, that you must constantly swim against the current of life to carve your path. Yet within this constant tension, you forget the quiet magic that emerges when you surrender to the flow of the universe. True power often lies in the gentlest touch, in effortless movement, in the art of not forcing. According to Lao Tzu, when we stop trying to control everything, things still unfold as they should. The philosophy of Wu Wei, often translated as effortless action, originates from ancient Chinese thought, specifically Taoism. The Tao Te Ching, a foundational text of this tradition, teaches that human beings flourish when they act in harmony with the Tao, the natural order of the universe. This means releasing the urge to impose our will and allowing events to follow their natural course, choosing the path of least resistance. Wu Wei has no fixed definition. Some describe it as non-action, others as action without effort, or action aligned with the moment. Whatever the interpretation, Wu Wei is ultimately the art of not forcing and of moving with the current of life. Lao Tzu warned that excessive use of force always leads to unforeseen consequences. Here, force refers not only to physical strength, but to the impulse to impose, to control, and to interfere with the natural flow of things. Nature follows its own rhythm, working silently in the background as the foundation of human existence. It creates, transforms, and recreates all forms of life without strain. Lao Tzu reminds us of the importance of aligning ourselves with this natural movement rather than trying to dominate or manipulate it through force. Yet, despite this ancient wisdom, modern life places emphasis almost exclusively on conscious, visible effort. We tend to celebrate effort for its own sake, regardless of its actual effectiveness. We stay busy, sometimes simply to feel productive. Like Sisyphus, we push boulders uphill for the sake of pushing. Effort matters, but intelligent effort matters more. There are moments when hard work is necessary, and many others when it is unnecessary or even harmful. Everything depends on the flow of circumstances. We often believe that with enough determination and willpower, we can shape reality exactly as we desire. But much of life lies beyond our control. Unforeseen events, the choices of others, and the inherent unpredictability of existence. We do not control the weather, the markets, or the thoughts of others. When you insist on forcing outcomes, you often enter a cycle of frustration, stress, and exhaustion. Wu Wei is not about laziness or passivity. It is about attuning yourself to the natural rhythms of life, knowing when to act and when to let go. When you force things, you waste precious energy overthinking, self-pity, or blame. But when you move with the flow of life, you can reach your aspirations with greater ease, clarity, and grace. Alan Watts once said that rowing is a clumsy way to move a boat across water, whereas sailing means cooperating with nature rather than opposing it. In the same way, a river flowing down a mountain does not fight the rocks in its path. It moves around them, follows the natural slope, and in doing so shapes landscapes that are both powerful and harmonious. A river teaches us much about the power of Wu Wei. You may have noticed that forcing situations often lead to disorder. Yet when you let go and allow events to unfold naturally, things tend to organize themselves with greater ease. This does not mean doing nothing. It means acting at the right moment and stepping back when action is no longer needed. In judo, the use of strength is precise and intentional. Energy is never wasted. One waits until the opponent is off balance, then applies just enough force to execute the throw. Efficiency lies in restraint. The principle is simple. Use the least amount of energy and time necessary to achieve the desired outcome. Imagine you have an important interview tomorrow. Instead of forcing yourself to perform under pressure, take a moment to relax. You cannot control the questions that will be asked. Trust your preparation and your experience. As you enter the interview, allow yourself to be carried by the exchange. Rather than trying to impress, simply be present. Listen carefully. Respond honestly. Let your words arise naturally. Even if things do not go as planned, remember that letting go often leads to better outcomes. What matters most is trusting the process, relaxing, and allowing things to unfold. In this way, you move forward without unnecessary strain. You complete your tasks without feeling overwhelmed, cultivating a state of mind that is calmer, more productive, and more sustainable. In the art of not forcing, we find deep comfort in surrender. We learn to release our attachment to specific outcomes and return to the present moment. It is in this letting go that we realize our desires are quiet whispers of the soul, guiding us toward our true potential. When we stop trying to control everything, we open ourselves to greater possibilities and allow the universe to do its work.